Good morning, Disney friends. It's Amber with MickeyTravels. We're going to be doing a different sort of video series for the next few episodes on this channel. I'm going to be breaking down the planning aspects of my personal trip. So I will be doing segments devoted directly to like the day of when things are happening. So this video will be the 60-day mark. So we're talking about my Fastpasses and my online check-in. We'll do a 30-day, we'll do a packing video, etc. Just to kind of give you an idea of my personal preference when it comes to the months right before a Disney vacation. So stick around. This is going to be a more vloggy style type thing, very casual. I'm going to see different aspects of my personal life, some different things that you've never seen before. And yeah, so you'll be also going along with us on our trip in a different way though. We don't necessarily vlog trips because we don't like to be behind the camera on our vacation, but we will have videos devoted to specifically Toy Story Land, a resort tour, and then some of our dining locations. So you will be able to go with us in those aspects. So stay tuned. We're going to dissect the FastPass online check-in day today. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this in the background of my video, but I've got this vintage Haunted Mansion board game that I've got like displayed out. I got it for a Christmas gift a few years ago from my sister, but holy crud, it is so cool. But yeah, I know sometimes you guys can see some of the stuff that I have, and maybe I'll do a video someday of like just all the collectibles that I have from like various park things, but this was, I'm sitting next to it right now, so I just wanted to kind of show you, if some of you had saw it in the corner, what this actually was back in the back of my room. So I know on most vlogs people are like with their cup of coffee and stuff, so I even like grabbed a Tigger mug to pretend that I was drinking something to get started. I've actually never even tried coffee, so fun fact about me. So I don't drink that. If it is the morning, this would probably be water, but my drink of choice is actually Dr. Pepper, and I have one over here, but it's in a Sonic cup instead of a really cool Tigger mug, so not as neat. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to my screen where I have my Fastpasses already made. If you guys saw my 2018 tutorial video on how to make Fastpasses, I actually used my own personal trip to make the Fastpasses for that tutorial. So you may already know some of the Fastpasses I've chosen. But anyway, I'm going to go on there. I'm going to show you the Fastpasses I picked. So side note, I have modified since that video, and so they are a little different. I was able to go back in a week and a half later and find Flight of Passage. So just goes to show you that you should always keep checking if you don't get something that you want, dining reservations included. And then I know that Fastpasses have been overdone on my channel a little bit. People just always have questions about it, so that's why I continuously upgrade or update those videos every year. But one thing I haven't really touched on is what the online check-in process looks like. So I'm also going to go on my account and kind of show you what each little part of the online check-in looks like. Some people are 50-50 on whether or not to use online check-in, and I think that's because they want to go to the front desk, make sure everything's ready there in person, make sure magic bands work. I have had guests that their magic bands weren't working correctly if they skipped the front desk and went to the park and things weren't working well for them. So I do always suggest to go to the front desk even if you do online check-in. But again, some people like to go to the front desk because maybe they have a very specific room request or maybe want to see about an upgrade. Disney doesn't necessarily meet all those guarantees, but it is something some people like to do. For example, with the Pop Century renovations, I have lots of guests that want me to request the renovated rooms, and cast members have specifically told me they cannot put that on their request, but you can, when you check in, ask for one. So that's what they do. They don't do the whole online check-in and then they go directly and ask for it there to make it easier. Because when you do online check-in, it's letting them know that you're there and ready, and so your room is being picked without you having a say in it, I guess. There are different options on there, like room requests that you have, activating your PIN number, etc. But yeah, we're going to look at that here in just a second. First off, what I like to do is make sure I have my Disney little music up in my background. It just makes me feel like I'm there, and I really like it. And these are what they air on the TVs at Disney. Our friends at Resort TV 1 put out these every few months, the updated versions, so I just play these on my background whenever I'm working on my Disney stuff. So first I make sure I have that playing, and then here's just a quick look at our Fastpasses. For those of you who viewed my FastPass tutorial video, those are my own Fastpasses I was getting when I was doing that tutorial, so you kind of already know what I'm doing. But since that video has aired, I was able to get a Flight of Passage, so very encouraging for those of you who don't find it the first time. About a week later, I was checking about every day, sometimes twice a day. A week later, I went on and they had plenty of afternoon and evening options for us. So I switched that around. So we will be going to Kilimanjaro Safaris in the morning. We'll have lunch at Yak and Yeti. We'll do Expedition Everest after lunch. And then we will maybe see Finding Nemo, going through Dino Land. We definitely want to see the new Up Bird show. And then end the day at Avatar and head back to the resort after we ride Flight of Passage. And then we will be doing Epcot for dinner that night. I don't think we'll be riding anything though. We're just mostly doing World Showcase. Alright, so our next day we are visiting 2 parks. We'll be doing extra magic hours at Magic Kingdom that evening. But we definitely want to Fast Pass Hollywood Studios because of the brand new Toy Story stuff happening. So now the tiers have all changed for this. All Toy Story is Tier 1 and everything else is Tier 2. So we did Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror right after each other because they're right next to each other. And then the earliest I could find for Slinky Dog, and again I made these right at 6 a.m. my time, was 3:40. And because we're only doing 2 days in parks, obviously that makes sense that that was the only openings they had. If you went later in your trip, you'd probably find more options. Okay, so we'll be doing these 2 in the morning, do a little shopping. We're having lunch at Brown Derby. And then in the afternoon, we're going to go take some pictures with some characters and end in Toy Story Land, and then head back to our resort to clean up and probably swim and whatnot. Okay, so when you are on the Disney site and you want to do your online check-in, right here you'll have your information, and I've got my confirmation number and stuff covered up. I just don't want that out there, but for those of you who do know, we are staying at the Beach Club. And there's our dates. We'll be there the 23rd through the 26th. Alright, so I've already done my check-in, but I'm going to update that now so you can kind of see what this process looks like. Alright, so here are the things that you can do with your online check-in. You've got various options here, and when you click on Show Details, it's going to expand all of these options. So this one right here is going to ask for your phone number, and what that is going to do is text you if your room is ready, if you are coming in maybe later in the evening, or if, right here when we get to room requests, you do specify that you want an early check-in. This one right here is going to ask for whatever card you would like to use for account charges. You don't have to put this in now. You can actually, at the front desk, apply a card. Some people ask if you can do gift cards here. You'll have to contact the front desk because some places do and some don't. It just depends on the cast member that you get. But overall, you don't have to actually link a gift card to this anyway. Essentially, if you just charge to your room with your Magic Band, then you can go back to the front desk that evening and just pay off your balance with a gift card. So it doesn't necessarily have to be linked to your account. In fact, they don't run the credit cards until the day in the morning of checkout. So you actually can go in every day and pay off your balance if you wanted to, with various options, especially if you've got numerous people having different methods of payment. Okay, your resort arrival is going to specify how you're getting there, and so I have already put in my Magical Express information, and I will cover Magical Express on the next video series, which will be the 30-day mark. And then your hotel account PIN is the 4-digit number you would like your Magic Band PIN to be, so you can input that now. Magic Band order is just letting you know if they will either be shipped or be put at the front desk for you. You can actually have your bands mailed to you if you do customize 30 days before. But if you don't customize them at the right time or don't customize them at all, you'll get either mailed gray or they will be waiting for you. If you're an international guest, they'll be waiting for you at the front desk. And then this is just where you're going to put your address for your home. Alright, so let's dissect the room location request tab. Alright, so here you can specify 2 room requests that you would like. Where we are staying, it's all going to be specified by what floor level, or if we want a balcony or a larger balcony or near elevators because of the place we're at. So some of them may have actual buildings that you want to request. Corner room, I have seen, has been an option. There also will be a button here, and because we're in a villa, that is not an option here, that will say that you would rather check in at a specific time early rather than have your room request met. So this is a priority for you to actually be in the room earlier. Okay, and then when you're done with that, you just click I agree and update it there. All right, so quick and easy, just 2 things that you have to focus on your 60-day mark. Yeah, Fastpasses take a little bit and require obviously more planning, so you've got all those details to look over before making your Fastpasses, but the online check-in is not something that I would do right at the 60-day mark. I mean, you could do it the day before, so it's not something urgent like the Fastpasses are, but this is just to let you know that they open up at the same day. Alright, so our next series should be the 30-day mark, so I will be breaking down the final payment, getting magic bands, and Magical Express, I believe, will be everything on the 30-day mark. You can also look forward to a packing video on here. The week before, like breaking down an itinerary and figuring out touring plans and whatnot by looking at my own and telling you exactly what we did with our whole trip. And then arrival day stuff. I do have an arrival day video already. That's pretty good. It's got lots of details as far as what everything you need to do in the day you arrive, but I plan on actually filming on our arrival day. We'll see how that goes. Again, I don't like to be behind the camera all the time during a vacation. Alright, if you have any questions about the 2 60-day mark processes as far as Fastpasses or online check-in, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer that for you. I look forward to doing this video series so you guys can kind of get a different view of our lives as far as planning for Disney trips and just our quirkiness as far as the whole Disney lifestyle that we live. Have a magical day. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright. What the heck, Theo? Come here, Theo.